allow me to welcome our first speaker, Grace Njeri. Grace, you are welcome.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much, Dolphin. So today we are diving into the world of decentralized finance and blockchain, and we are going to see how these technologies enhance privacy. Imagine a situation where your private information and financial transactions remain hidden from prying eyes, yet still playing a crucial role in the financial universe. In the digital world, privacy is very important, since access of private information can lead to loss of assets. Now we are going to see in depth some important privacy solutions that are enabled by blockchain and DeFi technologies. Yeah, so the first privacy solution is confidentiality. Now, confidentiality in blockchain enhances privacy by ensuring that sensitive information, such as transaction details or personal data, is kept secure and inaccessible to unauthorized parties. This confidentiality is achieved through cryptographic techniques, ensuring that only the intended recipients have access to the encrypted data. Confidentiality in blockchain ensures that investors can securely transact and store their financial assets without exposing sensitive information, such as account balances or transaction history, to potential adversaries. This protection is crucial for safeguarding personal wealth and preventing unauthorized access to financial resources. By maintaining confidentiality, blockchain technology enables investors to maintain their privacy when participating in DeFi platforms. This privacy is essential for protecting personal information from surveillance, identity theft, or other forms of privacy breaches, empowering everyone to maintain control over their financial identities and activities. Another thing, enhanced privacy and confidentiality in blockchain promote inclusive participation in DeFi by removing barriers related to privacy concerns or fear of exposure. Investors can engage in DeFi platforms with confidence, knowing that their financial information is protected and their privacy is respected, thereby contributing to greater diversity and inclusivity within the decentralized finance space. Another thing is that confidentiality in blockchain empowers women investors to take control of their financial futures and make independent investment decisions without relying on intermediaries or centralized institutions. This financial autonomy enables women to access DeFi opportunities, manage their assets, and pursue their investment goals on their own terms, fostering greater economic empowerment and financial inclusion. Another thing is that confidentiality in blockchain helps mitigate gender-based discrimination by preventing third parties from accessing information that could be used to discriminate against women investors. By safeguarding financial data and transactional history, blockchain enhances the privacy and security of women's financial activities, reducing the risk of discriminatory practices within the DeFi ecosystem. Now, gender-based discrimination in the traditional banking system is differential treatment in lending practices. And here is how it might manifest. Women may be offered loans or credit at higher interest rates compared to men with similar financial profiles. This discrepancy can occur due to gender stereotypes about women's creditworthiness or risk aversions, leading banks to perceive women as higher risk borrowers and charge them more for credit. Another way that gender-based discrimination might manifest is that women may encounter more obstacles in obtaining loans or credit compared to men, even when they have comparable financial credentials. Banks may impose stricter eligibility criteria or require additional collateral from women applicants, reflecting biases in risk assessment or lending decisions. Another thing is that women may encounter more obstacles in obtaining loans or credit compared to men, even when they have comparable women investors may receive less attention or support from traditional banking institutions in managing their investment portfolios or accessing wealth management services. Financial advisors may overlook women clients or offer them less comprehensive investment advice, assuming they have less interest or expertise in financial matters. The underrepresentation of women in leadership positions within traditional banking institutions can perpetuate gender biases in decision-making processes and customer service. When women's perspectives are not adequately represented in senior management roles, their financial needs and preferences may be overlooked or marginalized, leading to discriminatory outcomes in banking practices. I bring to you some good news that blockchain and DeFi is the solution to this gender bias discrimination in financial growth and freedom. We are going to explore how confidentiality in blockchain helps address gender bias discrimination. First, confidentiality in blockchain ensures that women investors can securely transact and store their financial assets without exposing sensitive information, such as account balances or transactional history or potential adversaries. This protection is crucial for safeguarding personal wealth and preventing unauthorized access to financial resources. By maintaining confidentiality, blockchain technology enables women investors to maintain privacy when participating in DeFi platforms. This privacy is essential for protecting personal information. Confidentiality in blockchain helps mitigate gender-based discrimination by preventing third parties from accessing information that could be used to discriminate against women investors. Yeah, so that is about confidentiality. Another thing that I will be talking about, or another solution, privacy solution that is enabled by blockchain and DeFi is anonymity, or what we call pseudonymity. Yeah, anonymity or pseudonymity in blockchain enhances privacy by allowing users to conduct transactions and interact with decentralized finance platforms without revealing their world identity, their real world identity. We are going to explore how anonymity in blockchain is important for every investor, including women, who would like to invest in DeFi. First, anonymity in blockchain shields investors from disclosing sensitive personal information, such as their legal names, addresses, or financial histories when participating in DeFi activities. This protection is crucial for safeguarding privacy and reducing the risk of identity theft, fraud, or other forms of privacy breaches. Secondly, By concealing their real-world identity, women investors can mitigate the risk of gender-based discrimination with the DeFi ecosystem, like we have just stated in confidentiality. So, anonymity ensures that transactional data and investment activities are not linked to gender-specific attributes, thereby reducing the potential for differential treatment or bias or gender stereotypes. Also, anonymity in blockchain provides investors with a level of privacy and autonomy that shields them from social stigma or judgment related to their financial decisions. Women may feel more comfortable exploring investment opportunities and experimenting with DeFi platforms without fear of scrutiny or criticism from peers or society at large. We also realize that anonymity in blockchain helps protect investors from harassment, trolling, or targeted attacks that may occur in online financial communities or social networks. By maintaining anonymity, investors can engage in DeFi activities without exposing themselves to unwanted attention or malicious behavior from others. And lastly, anonymity empowers women investors to assert greater control over their financial identities and activities, enabling them to make investment decisions autonomously and pursue their financial goals without fear of judgment or interference. This financial autonomy protects self-reliance and independence among women, fostering greater confidence and empowerment in managing their assets and wealth. That was anonymity. Another thing about a blockchain that enhances privacy is encryption. So encryption in blockchain enhances privacy by securing sensitive data and communication channels through cryptographic techniques, ensuring that only authorized parties can access and decipher the information. We are going to explore how encryption in blockchain is important for investors who would like to invest in decentralized finance. First, encryption in blockchain safeguards investors' financial data, including transactional details, account balances, and personal information from unauthorized or interception. Unauthorized access or interception. This protection is crucial for preventing data breaches, identity theft, and financial fraud, thereby fostering a secure and trustworthy environment for women to engage in DeFi activities. Another thing is that encryption ensures the confidentiality of transactions conducted on blockchain network, preventing third parties from eavesdropping on communication channels or intercepting sensitive transactional data. Investors can transact with confidence, knowing that their financial activities are shielded from prying eyes and potential adversaries. Encryption also secures communication channels with DeFi platforms, enabling investors to exchange messages, interact with smart contracts, and access financial services without exposing their communications to external threats or surveillance. This secure communication fosters trust and confidence among users, encouraging greater participation in DeFi ecosystem. Another thing is that encryption in blockchain helps mitigate the risk of cyber attacks, such as phishing scams, malware infections, or ransomware attacks, which could compromise women investors, financial assets, or personal information. By encrypting data stored on the blockchain and securing communication channels, blockchain technology strengthens the reliance of DeFi platforms against malicious actors and cyber threats. And finally, Encryption techniques, such as zero-knowledge proofs, enable privacy-preserving transaction on blockchain networks, allowing women investors to transact anonymously or without revealing sensitive information about their identity or financial activity. This privacy-enhancing feature promotes inclusivity and protects women's privacy rights within the DeFi space. Another privacy solution that blockchain and decentralized finance offers is what we call decentralization. Yeah, so decentralization in blockchain enhances privacy by distributing control and authority across a network of nodes, reducing the reliance on centralized entities and minimizing the risk of data breaches or privacy violations. We are going to explore how decentralization in blockchain is important for women and other investors who would like to invest in DeFi. So first, decentralization gives investors greater control over their personal data and financial information by eliminating the need for trusted centralized intermediaries with sensitive by eliminating the need to trust centralized intermediaries with sensitive information. Women can store and manage their data directly on the blockchain, reducing the risk of data breaches, unauthorized access, or exploitation by third parties. Also, decentralization enables trustless transactions within DeFi platforms, allowing women investors to interact directly with smart contracts and execute transactions without relying on intermediaries or third-party custodians. This trustless environment minimizes the need to disclose personal information or rely on centralized entity for transaction processing, enhancing privacy and security. Another thing is that decentralization in blockchain also ensures censorship resistance, protecting investors from censorship or discrimination based on their gender, ethnicity, or other personal attributes. DeFi platforms built on decentralized blockchain network cannot be easily manipulated or controlled by centralized authorities, ensuring equal access to financial services and opportunity for all users. Another thing is that decentralization also facilitates immutable record keeping on the blockchain, ensuring that transactional data and account balances are transparent, verifiable, and tamper-proof. Investors can trust that their financial records are accurately recorded and securely stored on the blockchain, reducing the risk of fraud, manipulation, or unauthorized alteration of their financial history. And finally, decentralization reduces the vulnerability of DeFi platforms to single points of failure or systemic risk associated with centralized institutions. Women investors can transact and invest with confidence, knowing that the decentralized nature of blockchain networks mitigates the risk of service outages, operational failures, or malicious attacks targeting centralized entities. And lastly, and very important point, is smart contracts. This is another privacy solution that blockchain enables. So, smart contracts execute code automatically when predefined conditions are met without the need for intermediaries. This reduces the risk of human error or manipulation in financial transactions, and enhancing privacy by eliminating the need to trust third parties. Another thing is that smart contracts can incorporate encryption techniques to protect sensitive data within transactions, such as financial details or personal information. This ensures that only authorized parties can access the data and enhancing privacy. Also, smart contracts empower women to have full control over their financial assets and investments without the need of intermediaries. This autonomy reduces the risk of gender-based discrimination or bias in financial decision-making process. Also, smart contracts provide a secure and private way to transact and invest in DeFi platforms, enhancing the safety of financial activities for women who may face heightened risk of fraud or exploitation. And lastly, DeFi platforms built on smart contracts offer a wide range of investment opportunities, allowing women to diversify their portfolios and potentially achieve higher returns on their investments compared to traditional financial institutions. So now I believe that we have understood how blockchain and decentralized finance brings about privacy and